Greetings from the toadstead. Well, I haven't made a video in a while, trying to stay ahead of things, but might as well kind of explain to you what's going on. Well, as you can see, that side is pretty much ready, and the other side isn't. The top row, well, we ran out of wood. And speaking of wood, this is what we've been doing for the last 2 or 3 days. I know it doesn't look that impressive on video, but that's a 24-foot trailer. So we got over 20 feet of logs. Yeah, 10, anywhere between, there's a few little 6 or 7, 8 footers sitting there, but most of these are 14 foot, between 14 and 10. And really what it comes down to is what the bucket loader on the tractor will pick up, because I want to be able to pick up out of this bunker, put it on the mill, and then put it in the kiln, and off we go. As we approach the kiln, you can hear whirring in the background probably. The sun is not shining real bright. Ooh. That's the solar fans in there doing a thing. There's a full load of wood cooking in there right now. And that includes the roof pieces and some other things which I'll get into in another video. But we've been asked a few questions. I'll try and answer them now. Basically what we do, you can see that tractor in the background. It's got a little bucket on the front, about a 5-foot bucket with a grapple. And it's only I think it's a 20 or 25 horsepower tractor. It's not real huge, and it doesn't exactly struggle with these, but we want to be nice to the tractor. So we'll basically pick one of these up, bring it over here, come in this direction. You can see that this pad has been we kind of level it out. We just finished some day or so ago, and those little bits are when we're starting to make a cantor, turning the round log into a square log to be able to cut into boards. These are the beginnings. A lot of times they just get tossed off, and when we got a few more, we'll start making boards out of them. Most of the time we're making specific size, but sometimes a little leftover pile there. Neighbors pick through it. Having wood around is kind of a good thing. But we bring the tractor around here, stick them on there, and we do our thing. These two are here, set far apart enough where I can drop the bucket in between. This is where the trash goes. And it's the bark splits that come off the sides, wood that we just don't want. And we'll take you down there and take a peek. On the way down to the burn pile, I'll just show you some of the, these have been around for, close to a year now. They're just leftovers that for one reason or another, we decided not to get rid of. Maybe it'll get recut, maybe it'll get used for something else. And I know that slab right there needs to be cut up into something that we're working on. And then down there is our pile. I guess it's about 10 feet tall, about 15, 16 feet in diameter. And that's what's left over after cutting, 2 kiln loads full of wood. Now again, I've had neighbors come down and pick through it because they make tomato steaks. They do all kinds of different things. It's wood that we just can't use. And I have sold some of this for people who like really rustic fences. But, simple truth is sometimes it's just gotta go. And this is low land. And you can see the bowl shape here that leads down into a little slough. So when it rains, this gets pretty wet. It doesn't stay long because the land dries real well, but it's a great place to have a rather large burn pile. Doesn't exactly make that little oak tree very happy all the time, but something's got to happen. Let's go back up. All right, we're walking back up here, and there's the boss, the current boss. Hey, Pete. Anyway, this bunker, it's not quite done. A neighbor of mine somehow acquired an entire semi. You've seen logging trucks. And he ended up with the pile in his yard, and he's also cutting trees. You can see some of the rest he's still got to cut. And he just called me one day and said, "Hey, want some wood?" Well, yeah, sure, I do. And we had to go over there. The trailers, semi-trailers are, 40, 50 feet long. And these were at least that long. We were getting 3, 4. It's usable. We kept the straight ones. And we're getting rid of the crooked ones, the bananas, the things that are a little crazy on the mill there. And we got it all but 2. And we've already cut 2 full loads in the kiln, including, he asked me if we could make him, 160, 175 or something, 1x6s. So we delivered 100 of them real quick to give him something to work with when he's ready, and then also filled the kiln. So we're pretty happy with that result. And at some point in time, we'll get back to it. We've got other projects that we have to work on, but of course, the Not So Tiny House is pretty much the focus. We work on this as much as we possibly can, but it's basically just me. Got a real good friend, almost like a father to me, who actually owns this tractor, who's decided I take care of it, and getting it used is better than having it sitting around in his yard. We use this to do all the logging, and that's our 4-wheeled scaffold. My dad drives it and uses it to lift me up into areas that, that ladder gets heavy after a while, and it gets in the way. You can see there's still, I think I've still got the standoffs. Yeah, you can see them up there under the ladder. Then you can see this side isn't done. The wood that's in the kiln now cooking should be coming out in the next 24 hours. And we'll get done. This roof will be ready for metal. And then, I gotta bother telling you all the things that need to be done. You can look at it and see what needs to be done. But this is our number one focus. This is what we work on as much as we possibly can, and then squeeze in, little things like logging and running our main business at the same time. But, if we can do it, anybody can do it. And that's kind of the purpose. I've had a lot of people say to me, "Oh, what are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Just have a house built, take out a loan, blah, blah, blah." No, not our style. We'd rather just stay moving on, and eventually it will be done. So I got to get to work. We'll see you next time around. Thanks for stopping by.